Did you know that Americans owe over $1.5 trillion in student loans? That is a staggering figure, and it's no surprise then that we all love to complain about our student debt. But let's remember that student loans aren't inherently bad. They do, after all, provide tremendous value when used correctly, in that they allow us to go out and get an education we might not otherwise be able to afford. And that education in turn can open up career paths that will earn us a lot of value over our lifetimes. I want to give you an example using two hypothetical students. Let's call them Jack and Lauren. Now, Jack is a great student near the top of his high school class and gets into his top choice school, a private university, and he moves across country to attend. While there, he falls in love with philosophy and decides, hey, I like this, why not major in philosophy? So he does. He has to borrow a large amount of money to afford this philosophy degree from an expensive private college. Now, Lauren, on the other hand, takes a slightly different approach to her education. She's also a great student and has her choice of schools. But she considers the expense of it, and she considers the degrees that she'll be able to get at a particular school. So she chooses a local state university, samples a bunch of classes, and she finds she likes philosophy just fine, and she likes creative writing. But she ultimately decides on electrical engineering as her major. It's not her first choice, but she likes it well enough, and she knows it's a stable career path. Now, to get this degree, she has to borrow far less money than Jack did. And now let's fast forward 5 years. Jack is working as a barista. He had to move back home with mom and dad to save money, and even still, he's having trouble making his student loan payments. He's missed a few, so his credit score is kind of in the crapper, and he doesn't know when it's going to end, when he's ever going to be able to pay off these student loans. Lauren, on the other hand, got a good paying job right out of school. She's had a few raises since then, she got an apartment of her own, and she's on track to pay off her student loans 3 years early. Not surprisingly, her credit is doing great, and she's saving money for a down payment on a home someday. The moral of the story is student loans aren't bad. You don't have to avoid them altogether, but you do have to borrow them responsibly, just like any other loan. You want to borrow in proportion to the value your degree is going to get you. I guess the moral of the story is to be more like Lauren and not like Jack.
Read below for more information about student loans.